What if a house were not built in the usual way, but shaped like a piece of clay, accepting marks, chance, climate, and time as part of its design? This is the Haniyasu House by the Japanese studio AATISMO in Kamakura, a home made for two generations of the same family, the architects and their own parents, who are ceramic artists. And that changes everything, because here, living and making are not separate activities. They intertwine all the time. The site already tells a powerful story. The house sits on the edge of a yato-type valley, surrounded by steep slopes and ancient horizontal burial caves carved into the rock, the yagura. It is a landscape that makes you feel the presence of the earth, weight, layers, memory. And the architecture chose to respond to this with the same essential material: soil, clay, mineral. But the house did not start from scratch. There was already a single-story wooden dwelling from 1967. Instead of demolishing everything, a move that was both radical yet subtle was made. The house was hollowed out from the inside. Walls and ceilings were removed, and the core was transformed into one large open space, like an interior plaza, a common ground where family life unfolds: meals, conversations, gatherings, everyday routine. Then comes the gesture that gives the project its identity. In the four corners of this central space, new earth volumes appear, like small caves or clay shelters. Each corner becomes the territory of a person, a more enclosed, intimate space with a nest-like feeling. The center is collective. The corners are individual. It is almost like a small settlement, a clearing in the middle with shelters around it. What is most beautiful is that each nest is different, because each way of living and creating there is different. The largest volume belongs to the architects in the southeast corner. Here, work is part of living. Cantilevered counters appear as continuous tables, displaying objects, lamps, and pieces they have developed over time. And there's a detail that changes how the body experiences the space. The floor drops and becomes packed earth. You feel the house through your feet. You realize that the material is not just a finish, it is presence. Even the service areas follow this logic of clarity. Kitchen, bathrooms, and installations are organized along one side of the house in a technical volume, with a loft above that helps with structure and function. And even there, clay appears. The kitchen finishes are mixed with local soil, and a large opening connects directly to the outside. Because in this house, the inside never fully cuts its bond with the surroundings. In the northwest corner is the father's space. It is not just a bedroom, it is a place to make ceramics. The atmosphere is darker, with deep brown tones made from soil taken directly from the site. It feels almost like a working cave. From there, he looks out over the landscape below the slope, and at the same time is directly connected to the kiln area and an outdoor space where pottery can be finished. The house becomes part of the entire process, from clay to fire, from fire to finished object. In the southwest corner, the mother's space is more contained, simpler, quieter. It is also a place of making, but with a different energy. Wooden floors, integrated storage, built-in cabinets, a calm environment designed for long-term routine without excess. And the guest room is not just a room. It was conceived as a tea room. Tatami mats, a small tokonoma, a lower entrance, and walls of clay mixed with bamboo charcoal that become darker toward the ceiling. Light enters from above, soft and gentle, almost as if the space were designed to slow down anyone who arrives. There is also something even stronger behind all of this. The house is a response to real risk on the site. There have been landslides in the area, and the intervention had to address safety and structure. The new corner volumes are not just beautiful forms, they also reinforce the house, stabilize it, and organize structural forces, as if architectural concept and structural logic were the same thing. The name ties everything together. Haniyasu is a deity associated with earth and ceramics in Japan, and the project seems to follow this idea literally, accepting that earth is alive, that time leaves marks, that climate changes things, that matter ages. Instead of trying to freeze the house in a perfect forever, it adopts a rarer stance, letting time enter. In the end, the Haniyasu House is not just a house with a clay aesthetic. It is a house where architecture becomes an extension of the act of making, where living and creating merge again into one, and where true luxury is not shine or excess, but feeling that the ground, the hands, daily life, and the place are finally working together.